What's up, family? Don't share economics back with another visionary talk. Today we're gonna be talking about the discipline behind vision, right? You can't just have vision, like you have to have discipline behind it. In order to execute a vision, you have to have a code of conduct or a guideline that you're gonna choose to follow to attain the vision, right? You can't just stumble across it along the way. It's certain steps and certain actions that have to be taken. So we're going to talk about why vision alone isn't enough, on daily habits that's important as far as achieving the vision, and just different things like sacrifices and just some frameworks of discipline so that it will help you achieve your vision and stay on the path. Let's think of vision as a road, right? A destination. It's somewhere that you're journeying to. It's a destination, somewhere that you're on the path to get to. Discipline is the fuel for the vehicle to get there. Without discipline, you're going to be stranded on the side of the road. Discipline is important because not only is it just the fuel, but it keeps you centered and focused and not distracted. Like if you break down the word distraction, it's distraction. So it throws you off track. When we're chasing our vision and we're aiming towards something great, we have to stay on track, because if we fall off track, then it speaks for itself. So things that can keep us disciplined is small stuff, right? It starts with small things like daily habits, small habits, like waking up and fixing your bed in the morning, or let's say having a routine, a nice routine that you go by so that you can continue to stay locked in on the vision. And not even just small habits, but habits that align with your vision. Like, I'm creating a global brand, so I have to do habits that's going to help me create that global brand. I have to be studying creativity. I have to study marketing. I have to study clothes. I have to study fashion. I'm into economics as well. I have to study the financial markets and I have to study things going on. You know what I'm saying? I have to make a habit of studying the things that's going to help me get to where I'm trying to go. And another thing about habits compound over time. So Thomas Edison said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, and those that understand it, they win. And compound interest is the act of small actions growing over time. So for every small action that we take, we keep stacking up them small actions, and it eventually becomes a big action. So in investment terms, let's say you're investing $30 every single day. By the end of the year, that's 365 days. That's 365 times 30. Do the math, and that's what you're going to have. You're going to have a big action behind all the little actions that you took. So I say that to say that anybody that is doing something great, whether it's an athlete, an entrepreneur, you're taking small steps every day to reach that desired result. Athletes go to practice every day. They're in the gym working out every day. You have to be doing things that's tailored to your vision every single day. Even if it's just for an hour a day, even if it's for 30 minutes, that time is going to continue to compound, and it's going to help you leverage yourself and get you to your destination even faster. Now we're going to talk about sacrifices. Sacrifices for the vision. And this is one of the biggest lessons I learned while chasing my vision. Everybody can't go. Some people are a part of the journey, but they're not a part of the destination. And that's very major, right? That's going to hit home. But it's key sacrifices that are necessary to hitting your vision. Like literally. Like sometimes you have to leave your best friend behind. You have to leave a significant other behind. Sometimes you might have to leave family behind to reach your vision. Especially if what they're doing is not helping you align with your vision. Like we said earlier, if somebody that you're around is distracting you off the vision and you can't really focus on it, or they're not contributing to the vision, you have to let them go so that you can continue to project yourself forward. Because at the end of the day, you're just carrying dead weight, right? And it's always important to weigh out whether you want that person around or not. But if somebody's really hindering your growth and hindering you from reaching your vision or distracting you off of that, then it's mandatory. They have to go. And that's one of the hardest parts about this process, because like as humans, we don't want to have to make them hard type of decisions, right? But that stuff is necessary for growth and is necessary to reach the vision. Everybody can't go, and we're going to leave it at that. We're going to talk about a couple frameworks for discipline, right? For reaching your vision. One thing we can do is time blocking. Time blocking allows us to set a certain amount of time to the side for ourselves so that we can cultivate our vision, work on it, brainstorm, write things down, and formulate it, right? That's important. We have to spend time on our craft. We have to spend time on our vision. Because if we don't spend any time, then we're not going to see any results, right? You get what you put in. It's simple input, output. What you put in is what you get out. Another thing that we can do while we're chasing our vision is setting micro goals, right? So, of course, we have the big vision at the end, like the end goal, right? But we have to set smaller goals that lead us to the big goal at the end. I like to call those milestones. Every time we hit these milestones, we know that, okay, we reached this level, now we have to keep going. We have to keep hitting goals until we get to the destination. And that's a great way to keep track of your progress, right? Because if you can set deadlines and goals for yourself, you start to see a time frame of how long it took you to get to that goal. And then over time, you're going to be able to reach goals even faster. So the faster you're able to move, the faster you may be able to project yourself to your vision. So that's a good way to like keep track of your progress and how far you came along for your vision. And another thing that we can discuss as far as frameworks is accountability, right? A lot of people have a hard time taking accountability for their actions and their emotions and their feelings and their thoughts and their habits. The first thing you have to do when chasing your vision is take accountability, bro. It don't matter what it is. You woke up today, you didn't do shit all day. Take accountability. We all gonna have days where we're not performing 100%. Sometimes you're gonna have the 0% days, the 10%, the 20%, the 50%. But it's okay if you don't execute on your vision for a day, right? Like, just take accountability for it. Don't blame others or don't come up with excuses for not chasing your vision that day. Just take accountability and move forward, right? Like, none of us is perfect. We're all trying and we're all applying ourselves to reach our vision. So another thing is not only taking accountability for like our actions, but taking accountability for others. Like, sometimes you have to take accountability for somebody else. Like, okay, he won't take accountability for himself, so I'm gonna take accountability for him and I'm gonna cut him off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that that's very important while reaching our vision, because accountability is just so key, and it gives you a sense of awareness of what's going on around you, right? We want to have accountability over our surroundings. I don't want to put myself in any position that's going to hinder or endanger my vision, right? That's how we have accountability for things outside of us. Like, if I know that a certain place or a certain spot is going to throw me off track, I'm going to take accountability for that place and not show up there, right? I'm going to avoid that space. Like, one thing I'm really proud of in this last quarter, this quarter four, is the ability for me to hit my goals and how fast I reached all my deadlines, right? Like, I was back to back working, executing, rolling out, right? Every goal that I had set for myself, I achieved it, and I actually overachieved it because I finished the task and the goals before the deadline I had set for it. So what we were speaking on earlier, we're starting to keep track of how fast we move through certain goals and milestones. So now I'm able to take on more at once, or I'm able to sit back and reflect and celebrate for goals and milestones that I hit. It's important to celebrate your wins, especially when it comes to chasing your vision. You have to celebrate your wins, because what it does is it triggers a dopamine effect in your mind that wants more of that. So it's going to want more celebratory moments after you've finished the project or sold out of the merch drop, or you hit a certain goal financially, right? Let's say you made $1,000 in a day. You want to celebrate that, right? You don't have to go all out, but just celebrate it. You know, take yourself out to eat, do something nice, do a self-care day. Stuff like that rewires our mind to think like a winner, to act like a winner. And then what's going to happen is we're going to continue to win, and it's going to help us get to our vision even quicker. So it's really stuff like that that's all encompassing when we're focusing on our vision, right? And I basically just want to encourage everybody to not only have a vision, but have the discipline to get to your vision. That's very important. So make sure you're taking action, make sure you're taking accountability, make sure you have a framework and habits that you're setting for yourself. Make the sacrifices, Like, I stopped smoking weed. I stopped doing certain things. You have to sacrifice, bro. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Sacrificing is like putting fuel in the fire. Like, every time you sacrifice something, it gives you like an extra, I don't know what it's called, but it's almost like an extra boost of energy by sacrificing little things that you know that's probably hindering you. And that's a part of taking accountability too. If you're not taking accountability, then you're not going to know what to sacrifice because you're too busy overlooking the stuff that's in your way. So make sure y'all are taking them sacrifices, take accountability, refine your habits, come up with goals and milestones, and make sure you celebrate your wins. Appreciate y'all for tapping into this episode of Visionary Talks. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next series. Peace.